Hello everybody, how's it going? I wanted to do a little change today and I just wanted to draw for a bit. It's just gonna be a overall pretty chill time. I have this that I want to finish for my mom, a profile picture for her Twitch profile. I think that would be really fun. And, yeah, overall, this is just gonna be a very chill stream. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be yapping that much. I mean, I probably will. Yapping is sort of part of my deal. But it's mostly just gonna be chilling while drawing. Sorry, I'm like still adjusting stuff on my screen so I can like see better. And I'm like moving stuff around. Okay, there we go. I think something I should add for drawing streams is like maybe a little tablet or something. Just to put right in front of me here. Whoops. But yeah. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get to drawing. Oh, sorry. I'm having wire issues. But it is what it is. Okay. As you can see, this one's already mostly finished. It's just a matter of rendering and shading. You recognize those characters? Yeah. 'Tis me and you, mother. Yeah, today, I don't know. I really felt like drawing. And also, hey, commissions are open, as the title says. You could go onto my Ko-fi, and you can check sort of what I got there. And I just kind of decided to play Stardew music today. Although I am a little bit concerned that Spotify will do like an auto mix once the actual tracks are all done. And so with that, I'm a little bit like, uh-oh. But hey, it is what it is, right? Gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully I don't get, like, copyright or anything. I know sometimes portions of my art streams are muted because I used to use a different music playlist, and so it would be like, oh, these people have copyrighted their music, so we muted it for you so you do not get copyright struck. Because, you know, you are a little bit of a dum-dum. And I'm like, yes, I am a bit of a dum-dum. Honestly, I think rendering these gummy bears is a little bit of a pain. Because I'm like, oh, I have to do a bunch of stuff. I love how the music was trying to repeat itself. Yeah, these gummy bears are a little bit annoying, but it's okay. I brought this upon myself. 'Tis a rendering hell I made of my own fruition. And honestly, I am just exaggerating. It's not that bad. I just have to remember who you are, as Simba's dad says. I am really bad at talking while I'm drawing, though, so I'm so sorry if I just go quiet. I do have some extra stuff prepared as well. Like, I got a bunch of reference images off of Pinterest right before stream. So that, you know, if I do manage to finish this one before, you know, 3 hours, which I think I will. Yeah, if I manage to finish this one, we at least have other stuff I could do. And in a way, for me, it's kind of like practice for more complicated stuff. Oh. I have like some bleeding colors here. Sometimes the fill bucket tool is a pain in the butt. For those who are curious, I am using Procreate on the iPad. I do have Clip Studio Paint, but for some reason, some of the HDMI ports on my PC don't like to work. So, unfortunately, I am a little bit stuck in that sense of I can't use my big old drawing tablet to do captures of Clip Studio Paint here, because then my second monitor doesn't work. My second monitor is really just a TV, but we don't need to talk about that. Oh. That is going to make noise every time I change, so give me a second. Yeah, that should be better. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. What am I doing? I'm gonna be honest, I don't exactly know how gummies are shaded. They kinda like look a little shiny and then like jelly, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. So how I do it is just like I make this darker sort of inside pattern, and then I just add to it, and then I put like little shinies on afterwards, if that makes any sense. It's kind of a way to imply depth that doesn't really exist. And yes, I am aware I could use the fill bucket tool, but I'm lazy. Well, actually, no I'm not. I just like coloring things in. It's fun. I may not always stay inside the lines, but that's what erasers and undo buttons are for. Though I will say, this stream is very dependent on how long my tablet wants to survive for. Speaking of, I should close any background apps. I don't have any background apps, okay. Nope. But you know, I just thought it would be nice for my mom to have a little bit of a matching model. Or not model. Kind of a matching profile pic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He looks so skinny on the inside. He's like, help me! I'm stuck. I've been meaning to finish this for a while. I just kept on forgetting. I think that's my real problem with, like, drawing, is that I love to draw. I love making sketches and stuff. But, sometimes I just completely forget what I'm working on. So I feel like streaming some of my art stuff whenever I really want to draw kind of helps me stay focused on it. Because I'm like, oh yeah, people will probably want to see the finished version of this, so I should finish it. That's kind of a way to force my stupid little ADHD brain to stay on a topic. These guys are not gonna be consistent, but that's okay. Generally, gummies aren't consistent. And yes, I know this is like a piece of clothing, so they're like, why isn't it consistent? Shouldn't they sew it consistent? No, I say, it's funnier when stuff doesn't work properly. I forgot to do this. For this one. But I will say, I do kind of have like a soft cell shading kind of style for my rendering. So it's like, I'll put stuff where you would think sort of cell shading would go for the most part, and then I just smooth it out. I think I just like the way it looks. Don't ask me where I picked it up, I could not tell you. It's just something I've done for a while now. You know, I've been thinking I should add, like, games for you guys in chat to play while I'm doing stuff. Because I know there's, like, some other streamers I know do things like a little fishing mini game. There's a Pokemon one. There's one where you can draw cards. I just don't know what that stuff is called or how to even set it up, really. But it's whatever. I mean, I set up, like, the sort of silly little sound effects. And, like, you guys could put stickers on the screen with bits now. So I kind of thought maybe that would be fun. Ooh, what's this one? Oh, Sam's Band. Okay, I got confused for a second. I think it's because I don't really take Sam's route much in this game. Like in Stardew. So I was like, what is this? What is this? I do love Stardew though. It's a very cute game. You grow crops, you make friends, possibly lovers. I will say my favorite is Sebastian. Yes, I know that could be a very mild take, but I like me the silly little emo boy, okay? I can't help it. He's just an absolute cutie patootie, and his gifts are so easy for me to get. Smooth out the little shiny bits, and then you could put more shine on them so it looks like it's kind of radiating almost. And Radiator Springs. What? I'm sorry, I'm just saying nonsense. Oh dear, I just realized you can't see chat behind me. Can I fix that? Is it kind of like squished now? I'll be honest, I can't see my OBS very well. I'm a little bit blind. And it is very tiny right now. Let me see. Yeah, that should be okay. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a mess today. I didn't really plan very well. I just kind of spaced out for most of the day and went, oh shoot, it's stream time. I want to draw. As your streamer, I do apologize for being very, very sloppy today. There we go. Although I will say, depending on how I'm feeling or what I'm doing... Oops. Why are you not referencing properly? Excuse me. Oh, is the threshold too high? It was too high, that's why it was being silly. There are kind of times where I do cheat with the airbrush. Just to kind of get a little bit of a faster shading in. Especially if I'm doing like a soft cell shade sort of deal. Cause like, look at that. It's like a perfect sort of gradient deal for me. I can do it without doing quite as much. It's like my own personal cheat. And like, why would I make my life harder, right? Kind of puffy-ish sleeves. And like, if you're light enough with the touch, it's pretty nice. Again, this is just a me thing. It's definitely not something every artist does. Because, like, obviously every artist has a different way of doing things. Oh yeah, and I'm not really hiding my layers or anything. I do most of my stuff by scratch. Or not most, I do almost all of my stuff by scratch, other than like practice stuff, in which case I will sort of trace over a reference and then redraw it later. But that's sort of like practice dealio kind of stuff. So that's not really stuff I post. I should post more of my stuff more often. But then again, I should also just draw more often. Oh yeah, what are the colors of my nails again? I can never remember what order they're in. I think... wait. I forget my own character design. Whoopsie. You know what? It's okay. I do have my character design in here somewhere. You guys can see quickly all of the years of work I've done on this. Okay, it's blue, pink, yellow, purple, orangey. I wish my brain could remember things better. It does not, unfortunately. You can go away. I will be honest, I used my own color palette to make my mom's character thing as well. Oh, what? I forgot that Apple decided to make, they decided to make their, well, the iPad kind of like the MacBook in terms of like how the apps work now. And I kind of hate that. Because I'm like, whoa, I accidentally gesture, I guess, and it'll like completely throw off my workflow. And then I just completely get upset. And it takes me a minute to actually fix what I was doing. Like, why would you go and change a perfectly good thing? Pink, yellow, purple. As you can tell, I'm kind of not the biggest fan of Apple stuff. Like, I like the iPad. I like chilling with it. Like, it works pretty good for my drawing habits. You know, I never asked if my mom wanted her nails painted. Mom, do you want your nails painted or nah? They could be whatever color you want. I have mine in multiple colors. I actually don't know if my mom's still watching. I think she can hear me from the other room if I speak loud enough. Whatever, we can figure out the nail situation later. I can just continue rendering for now. Oh, I asked if you wanted your nails to be colored or not. Also, how did I forget to color in that one finger? What the hecky? Cause like I got your nails here. They could be whatever color you want them to be. Mine are multicolored. Me, I decide. You don't want to pick the color yourself? Okay. You kind of have like a purple and blue theme going. And I do just kind of use my own color palette. You're filming your SpaghettiOs. My mom made homemade SpaghettiOs and it's kind of silly. I love it. I don't know what color to pick. We'll come back to it. Because honestly, doing something like that is just really quick, because fingernails are small. And you're not really focusing on them anyway. For me, it's more of a personal choice. I just like having the pretty multicolored nails on my character. And it's something I do try to keep somewhat consistent. Like, it will always be in the same order. Unless I forget, obviously. I don't think I really do it that much in my chibi work. But I should definitely consider it. Yeah, I will also say, just criticizing my own work, I kind of jump all over the place when it comes to actually rendering and like drawing the stuff. Because sometimes I'll be shading one bit and then I'm like, no, I feel like doing this other bit first. So I jump around a lot. Thank you! My mom brought me some of her homemade SpaghettiOs, which is pretty neat. Also, the reason I'm using Stardew Valley music today is simply because Concerned Ape gave consent for people to use his music. And like, I do have credit to it right here. Like, you could see who's doing the thing. I just realized you can't see my mouse on the Spotify. RIP! I'm like trying to point it out, but it's okay. I actually want to try some of these. It looks yummy. it is yummy. Sorry for hitting the glass, guys. Do. Yeah, I've been sort of watching a bunch of art controversy stuff. Heard that clunk, yeah. Yeah, that was an accident. Oh, a piece of my chair fell on the floor. Don't worry, it's nothing important. It's a cap that goes on top of the moving parts, like the arms. It goes over where the screws are, so that people don't have to see them and it looks pretty. Yeah, I noticed it on the floor. Because I hit it with my foot. By accident. Yeah, overall, I'm just really loosey-goosey on how I deal with things. Like, especially art-wise. It's mainly because I'm mostly self-taught. I went to college for like half a year for it, and then the panoramic hit. The panorama. You know? I don't want to say the actual word. Still gotta make that tea soonish. There's no rush. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know why it's so fun to just say silly words for the pandemonium, you know? The whole 2019, 2020 sort of deal. But yeah, I only did half a year because of that. It wasn't that the course was canceled, it's that I forgot to attend my classes because they were online. And other than my bedroom, which was really tiny, I didn't really have much of a space to actually attend class. And also, I really struggle with just verbal instruction. Like, if I'm being taught something, I need to, like, be in contact with the person assigning it and being like, every step of the process, is this how I'm doing it? Am I doing it right? But, that's besides the point. Basically, my main point was that I'm pretty much a self-taught artist. Like, I watch art tip videos and stuff like that, and I watch a lot of other artists and how they draw. Which, like, it does help significantly. But I sort of miss being able to do, like, life drawings and stuff like that, because that really helped with my anatomy practice. Oh, can you stop doing that? I do not like that happens every single time. I don't have a drawing glove right now. I don't know where I left them. So, like, every little accidental gesture from my hand sometimes makes it go stupid, and I'm like, why? Please. I think that's the main thing that I don't like, is that Apple is like, oh, we're going to completely change how everything works. Good luck figuring it out. And I'm like, no, I just got used to the old way you had it, and now you're updating it? You're changing it completely? Honestly, as soon as I got the update, and it started doing this, I regretted getting the update. I should have just kept ignoring it. Also, I'm very sorry if my little spins make anybody sick. That is something I should probably put as a warning. Is that I move around a lot while I'm drawing. Especially like angle-wise. Because I'm like, oh no, it's fine. You know, we'll be goofy about it. And do a little wee, you know? That's just kind of my stupid little thing. Is that I feel like I can work better when I'm like at a really awkward angle. Maybe it's the way I hold my pen, or stylus in this case, or maybe it's just I'm weird and my brain processes things better at a different angle. But I'm like constantly flipping and flopping. I want to smooth that out a little bit actually. It's a little bit too dark, and a little too noticeable. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a fan of the very soft, subtle kind of shading. I think that's just kind of my style. Said I'm also, or not also, what am I talking about? Oh, hello! Oh goodness. I'm sorry, I completely forgot the nickname. E. I know you had a name you wanted me to call you, I can't remember it right now. I'm so sorry. It's easier to call you E. Okay. That is what I'll call you. Every time you try watching, I'm not streaming. Oh, I'm so sorry. And when you are, you can't watch. You know, but just call you E. Okay. E it is. So yeah, I know I do kind of, I don't want to say flake, but I call off streams quite a bit. Because, like, I'm a person who kind of starts the day off with very low energy to begin with. And sometimes stuff will happen and I'll just not feel the greatest, and I'm like, well, I can't stream today. It's definitely more of a personal thing. But it's like, sometimes I just don't feel great, and it'll like happen it'll happen a couple times in a row. And then I sort of get upset with myself because I'm like, no, I did want to stream, but like, I feel like poop. It gives me the big sad. Stuff happens like you open your eye. No, like, genuinely, there are a lot of times where I just don't feel like actually getting up. And I'm just so tired that I'm like, I don't want to move. But you know what? I had a wonderful Wonderful time! Because my cats were absolutely adorable this morning. So it just made my life so much better. But anyway, E, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I'm glad you could finally catch a stream. Ooh, saloon music. Fun. You're fine? That's good. Anything exciting happened recently? Or it's just kind of been the same old, same old? Who plays the violin? I don't know who plays the violin in Stardew. I feel like I'm hearing a lot of things I haven't heard before. You know, I've been seeing... Oh, you've been waking up at 5 a.m.? Oh my goodness, 5 a.m.? And you can't sleep in? You're constantly waking up early on spring break? No! That sucks. Waking up early on a break is the actual worst. Honestly, if it was me, I'd just go back to bed. Even if I can't, I would just stay in bed. You finally got wilds? Ooh, and killed a mega in a few days. Nice. Oh, a few days ago. You make your own breakfast, or lunch and breakfast. Gotcha. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have my mom to help me with that. Because I still live at home. Surprise, surprise. Streamer lives at home. But yeah, I'm very lucky to have my mom to help with, like, preparing food. Spoiled? Rude. I appreciate everything. Oh, 'cause of free will? F you mean spoiled. Yeah. I'm definitely a little spoiled, but I'm not like, you know, rich person spoiled. You also live at home? Ah, okay. I can't help it, the food my mom makes is just so good. Oh, you still go to school, right. I haven't been to school, geez, in a while. Spoiled with love and food, yes. All the games you buy use your own earned money? Nice! And that's how it's always been. That's fair. I mean, a lot of the stuff I have is kind of a mix of both. There are games I've gotten by myself, and there's also games I've gotten as, like, birthday presents. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Pokopia recently, and it kind of makes me want to get the game, but I am too broke to afford it. Like, it does sadden me that I can't get the game. But that's just how it be. I mean, I have plenty of other games. Income tax. Maybe. I mean, I don't really do much else other than stream. Although I am trying to maybe possibly get these commissions going. Because I feel like that would be a really fun way. Well, I guess not just fun. It would be I don't know how to put it to where it sounds reasonable, or the way I'm thinking about it is that it's not easy or like simple, but it's like something for me to enjoy as I'm working on it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. You give your sister money for the game you want, she'll take the money and buy the game with her card. Oh. Oh, I've done that before. It's kind of like a IOU sort of situation. I did that when the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons came out for the Switch. A friend of mine like saw them and they were sold out everywhere, and I was also sick. I think I had the sickness of the panorama at the time. And so I'm like, hey, if you could buy me the Joy-Cons, I will e-transfer you the money. So like, please, can you get me the Joy-Cons? I am in not desperate need, but I desperately want them because I'm a huge Zelda nerd. And he just went, yeah, okay. And he picked them up and I paid him back. Gonna eat something? No problem. Thanks for popping by. Feel free to lurk. Today is just gonna be a chill day of just drawing. Man, why is all this music so pretty? Oh yeah! I remember people were freaking out over the fact that Clint is now the new marriage candidate. Cause like, he kind of gives a little bit creeper vibes for Emily. And supposedly there's also gonna be rival marriages. So I'm interested to see what that's gonna be like. Of course, I'm very proud of myself, and I always manage to get Sebastian to a romanceable period, or a romanceable time? Level. A romanceable level. I get him there pretty quickly. He likes Frozen Tears, and it's so easy to get them. Frozen Tears, Quartz, Sushi, and the Flatfish. I get those all so much. So it's just so easy to romance Sebastian in the game. Again, my personal favorite bachelor. Anyway. And as much as I'm curious about the Clint route, I'm also not dedicated enough to actually try it. Maybe I'll watch like someone else play it. Cause like I guess you don't really quote unquote finish Stardew Valley, but I've never gotten like super far. I've like gotten to the tropical islands before, but I never like completed it. Like I've also never had the island child, I forget his name right now, but I've never had him come to Stardew or come to Pelican Town. Because apparently that's a thing you can do. I don't know. I think I should play Stardew again. It's been a long time and there's been like a bunch of updates. So I'll definitely check it out. I don't know whether on stream or just on my own personal time. Probably a mix of both, if I'm being honest. Because I have Stardew on my Switch and on PC. And the only reason for that is because I wanted to stream Stardew one day. Like, this is a while back. I wanted to stream Stardew, but I couldn't figure out how to do a capture card thing. So I went, you know what? I have a PC. I'm just gonna buy it on Steam. And that's what I did. So now I have a copy I can keep with me in one place and a copy to take on the go. And also I use the PC one probably a lot more because I play Stardew with my friends as well. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I love a good farming sim game, but I get kind of bored after a while. Because it's just kind of like, once you get, obviously there's a lot of stuff in the game, like, I'm not trying to downplay it, it's just like a me problem and an attention span problem. But like, once it's kind of gotten to the point where I have my desired romanceable, I have like more money than I could ever need in game, I just kind of go, well, I guess that's the game, I'm done. Like, I've never made it super far down into the Skull Caverns, mainly because I'm a coward and I don't like fighting that much. But yeah, I've never gotten that far in the Skull Caverns. I don't think I've ever met Mr. Key in the bottom of the, or not bottom, but at floor 100 of the Skull Caverns. I've never actually finished the Tropical Island stuff. So like there's a lot of stuff in Stardew I haven't actually done that I'm very curious about. I just realized something. I use the fill bucket a lot in Procreate, and then I'll go around and I'll notice like little tiny specks that aren't colored properly. And I'm like, no, I must fix that. Like down here. I think that's partially why I jump around so much as well. Is that'll be like, oh, this little tiny speck isn't done properly. I want to fix that. Ooh. Oops. Listen to the intensity of that. Sorry, I got completely distracted by the music. Also, I just kind of put the Stardew Valley theme song, or not theme song, but the playlist on shuffle. So I have no idea what's coming next. Oh, also see, here I am again, fixing tiny little pixels. Because I'm like, no, that is not right. You must be fixed. Also, the other reason I don't really use Clip Studio Paint on stream specifically is because I can't get my model to follow my stylus like it would my mouse. So like right now I'm just kind of moving my mouse. What was that? My mouse? I'm moving my mouse around, right? So you would think if I could get it to track properly and then the stylus moves like my pen, or my stylus moves like my mouse, it would follow. But it doesn't. And I don't know how to fix that. It might be because I have an old sort of clunky tablet, which I do love and appreciate. It is wonderful. It's actually what I made my model on. Like, obviously, initial sketch and everything I do in Procreate just because I like being super comfy while I draw. So, like, I'll draw while I'm sitting on the couch. Or sitting in a very cozy chair. Or sometimes even at the dinner table. Depending. But either way, I'm like fussy about where I draw for the most part, especially for long periods of time. And it's like, you know, sometimes I don't want to be sitting at a desk. Sometimes I want to just sit wherever. And so that's what I do. I sit wherever and I draw. But like for making this model and stuff, I do the initial stuff in Procreate, and then I sort of transfer everything to my PC, and then, or not everything, but like the final sketch of like how big I want it to be and everything, right? And then I transfer that to my PC and finish the rest in Clip Studio. That is my process for doing these models. I say these models like I've done a bunch. I've made 2. I made mine, which took a lot of effort, and I was actually trying to make it into a proper VTuber, and then I went, I don't have a camera. So I made a PNG tuber instead. Oh goodness me, I'm so sorry for yawning. But yeah, I've made my model, and then I've made James's, also known as the Shadowed Monarch. But I made his mostly because I thought it would be funny. I don't know, just the thought of a floating eyeball looking thing talking, I thought was really funny. Although I will be honest, I did Gajinkify him just for the fun of it, because I thought it would be interesting concept. Didn't keep it. We went with the eyeball, but it was super fun to come up with a concept sort of via geometric drawing on a sphere. And like I took into account a lot of stuff as I was making it as well. Like as I was making different design concepts. Because, like, I know he likes purple. So I put a lot of purple into it initially. But it was, like, very dark purples. Because I kind of knew the vibe that he liked. Because, you know, he's a monarch of shadows. So I'm like, ooh, dark sort of vibe. Like a knight or a king in armor. I do still have the original sketches I made. They're just chilling in my commission ? Folder. The only reason it has a question mark is because, like, I haven't really done that many quote-unquote official commissions before. Like, my friends have paid me for certain things that I've made for them, but it doesn't feel like an actual job. Like, obviously, they pay me appropriately and they're super great about it, but it's so fun that it doesn't feel like a job. It just feels like something I'm doing for fun. And I think that's sort of what I enjoyed the most about him, or the most about making those things for friends, is that it doesn't feel like a job. It's so fun. And just, like, character concepts and stuff is something I always wanted to get into. Because I'm constantly having ideas and stuff run through my head about, like, how certain things would look. Like, oh, I have this character in mind. How would I bring them to life? And I don't know, it's super, super fun. Like, when I was initially trying to go to school for, like, art stuff, I wanted to get into the animation program, and I wanted to be a character concept artist. Because that's what I love to do, character concepts. It's my favorite thing to bring something from the imagination onto paper and go, you know what? Yeah, I'm proud of this. I love this. And obviously designs can get scrapped and remade a bunch of times, which can be disheartening. But even still, those original concepts could possibly be used elsewhere. Because, you know, what if you have a design that you really like, but they're like, no, not for this character. You can, like, hide them in the background or something, you know? And it's just a little treat for you. Like, people might not know about that character, but if you sneak it in, just for you, that's so fun. Whew, it is warm in here. I think my computer just has... It warms up everything. It just goes, haha, hee hee. Have heat. Which is, like, good to know, because if my heating goes out, I know I can rely on my PC to help warm me up. Fight the cold by playing RTX on high graphic resolution. Just explode my PC. I'm joking. She's an oldie but a goodie. I love her so much, my PC. got the actual modem, or not modem, tower. I got the actual tower before I got anything else. And so it just kind of sat as a tower for a long time before I was finally able to get her up and running. And I was just like, I was starstruck. I was so happy to finally have like a solid PC that I could play games on and I could make art on, you know? It's just a super amazing feeling to actually get something that you wanted for so long. And I do my best to take care of it. I should probably clean it more often because of how much my cats shed. Well, one specific cat sheds. So I should probably give it a dusting a little more often, but I do my best. I do my very best to try and take care of it. Because it's lasted me quite a few years. Like, I got it in either late 2018 or early 2019. I can't quite remember. But it works great. I love it. Like, I have my scuff moments, which is probably mostly me being computer illiterate, like hardware illiterate. But for the most part, it's great. Like, yes, I'm still running on Windows 10. Yes, I probably could upgrade if I had the money. But I love my PC. Because, like, I bought it with my own money, right? And I don't know much about computers, so I had a friend recommend me a pre-built that sort of had the specs and stuff I needed, because they knew about that stuff more. So, like, it's kind of like family, you know? A good friend or family. That's how I see it, at least. And, like, I'm not very good when it comes to changing how I do things, obviously. Like, you heard my frustration every time I accidentally do something on this tablet. How we doing on battery? Not too bad. I think that's also my other little frustration, is that I can't, oh goodness. I can't charge and stream at the same time, which is unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is, right? That's also kind of why I have the commissions open right now. Is that I want to try and... Not now. I want to try and save up a little extra money to maybe buy another tablet for my computer. Like a drawing tablet. because then I could stream Clip Studio Paint stuff, and I can try using that. Because I love Procreate. It's great for like my normal conceptual and like sketches and stuff. But if I get a proper, or not a proper, because I do have a proper tablet. But if I get a better, I guess is the word I'm gonna use. If I get a better tablet to draw on my computer, right? I could do a lot more. Like, something I've always wanted to do is like learn how to animate better. So if I get a less clunky and easier to use drawing tablet for my thing here, my computer, I could do more animated stuff. Or I could learn how to do animated stuff. Mind you, I'm not very good at picking stuff up. It takes me forever to learn how to do something. But you know, it's like I could do a lot. And like, this is also probably me being typical overachiever with stuff. Because I do that a lot to myself. Where it's like, oh, I want to do this, 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 and this. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second. I don't have the skills to do that. Uh-oh. And then I get a little frustrated with myself. But still, it's mostly a me thing. Obviously. But like, I would love to be able to make better better animated, I guess, would emotes be the right word? I guess so. I would love to be able to make better animated emotes and stuff for the channel. And like be able to make silly little shorts for like TikTok and YouTube shorts. Just so like, you know, I have a little variety in the content, right? Obviously, I'm not gonna be a big storytime animator. I could not handle that. If I could animate, if I learned how. But like, I could make little silly animated emotes for myself, or even if I get good enough at them, I can maybe offer them for commission as well, you know? Just like, these are the things that kind of run through my brain all the time. And then I just lose the motivation for it once I realize how hard it's gonna be. But it always sits there in the back of my mind, and I'm like, that's something I want to do. It's something I could do. I just need to save up for it, and I need to learn how. You know? Every journey starts with a single step, but I don't know how to walk. I don't know. Again, it's very much just a me being me thing. Where like I have to have everything relatively planned out before I can actually get it up and running. Because that's kind of how I screwed up my first persona and like my first streamer profile. Is that I had zero preparation. I I watched a couple videos on how to make a basic PNG tuber on BetaTube, and like, I went with it. But the fact that it wasn't up to, I guess, my own personal high standard, like ridiculously high standard, it kinda, I fell off. And I went, I can't do it anymore. And even still, that happened with this account as well. Although that one was mostly a internet issue sort of deal. But that did happen with this account briefly. I was a lot more prepared while making this account though. And I actually felt confident enough to sort of go around and chill in other people's chats and like talk a bunch and, you know, just overall be a little bit more of a confident version of myself, I guess. Also, this is too dark of a color. I don't like it. Too dark of a shade. There we go. Ooh, pretty. Oh, but like I was saying, it's like I kind of put unrealistic expectations on myself. There's a saber-toothed salmon. Huh. That's just a weird fact out of nowhere, but I guess that's how you feel with me. I drop facts like that all the time. But once again, like I was saying, I kind of put a little bit too much of an expectation on myself. And I'll be like, oh, I can do A, B, C, and D. But in reality, realistically, I can only do about A and B. And then I get frustrated with myself when I can't when I can't actually do the things I set out to do. But you know what? I think having this chance to sort of revamp myself, I guess, is like the best way for me to sort of just go about things. Oh, sorry, I needed a drink of water. Like, I'm not gonna say anything specific, but with like my somewhat older persona, or not old persona, I guess like the 1.0 version, because I do kind of call this my Kari 2.0. But with like the chats I was talking in, I heard certain things happened, and I don't know, I'm not a controversy kind of person, so I kind of got scared, and now I'm like, oh god, I don't want to talk in chats. And obviously not every experience is going to be like that. That was just a single experience with or it's just a single experience with a certain thing, right? So that's obviously not gonna happen everywhere you go. But I'm such a socially awkward person that if like social interaction fails at some point, or I get warned, hey, this person might not be as great as you think, I kind of just explode everything and disappear. I'm just like, well, time to change my identity and move to a different state, right? I'm gonna change my name and move to a different country. That's kind of how... Like, it's an overreaction and over-exaggeration, obviously. But that's kind of how I've dealt with things so far, and it's not healthy. It's not a great way to deal with stuff like that. But, you know, I'm trying to be better about it. Like, I'm still very hesitant now to chill out in chats and, you know, make active conversation. And I just, I don't know, I haven't been super, like, hey, how's it going? Let's be friends, like that sort of thing. But also, I do love admiring other people's work. You know? Like, a lot of the times when I do raids, like when we have a little bit higher of a view count, I love finding people who have interesting art styles or an interesting tuber. Whether it be a VTuber, PNG tuber, whatever, right? I get genuinely excited. I love seeing other people's work. I love seeing other people's interesting designs. And just like what sort of brainchild they have. Oh, sorry, my nose is itchy. And like, I know communication is kind of like a huge thing in this sort of, I don't want to call it an industry, because I'm not an industry person, but like, I guess the streamer world, it's like, I know connections and stuff really help you, but I'm terrible at making connections. And another thing is that I don't want people to feel like I'm using them because, you know, they have a higher view count or whatever. Yeah, I never want people to feel like I'm only there simply because, you know, we're quote-unquote friends. We have stuff we can share, right? I like to be there because I like to be there. You know, kind of like treat people the way you want to be treated sort of deal. But even still, I'm always overthinking my social interactions. And I'm like, oh shoot, did that come off wrong? Or did this come off wrong? Just because, like, I'm not great at talking. And so I'm like, oh no, I hope that didn't come off as rude, or I hope they know that I meant this in like a teasing, joking sort of way, you know? Again, I know it's all just me my head being silly, but that's just sort of where I go. Or I guess it's where my head goes. And it's very clearly me overthinking. But, alas, Alas, I cannot help it. It is what my brain do. Like, there are times I, like, sit in my room and I overthink an interaction for, like, the whole night. And then I'm like, why do I do this to myself? Things could be so much easier. Because, like, my mom specifically, she's like, the worst thing people can say is no. And I'm like, that is not the worst thing people can say, but thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know, I can't handle conflict whatsoever. It scares me. Like, I love playing games with my friends, but at the same time, I'm like, if I ask them, am I being a nuisance? Oh, welcome back, E. I was just ranting about how terrible I am at social interaction. Also, I think the other thing is that I haven't quite figured out how to get a stable online play going. Real? Oh, absolutely. Social interaction is like my major weakness. It's like everybody got the social interaction buff except for me. Just like I don't know what happened. I think when they were giving out the social interaction buffs, you know, in the pregame, they kind of skipped over me. Like my charisma points in D&D, if I had actual charisma points like that, they would be in the negative. All of my skill points went into art and music. And when it came to social aspects, it went, no, we don't need that. There's no need to invest in charisma points. Oh, my other skill points go into hyperfixation and random fact dropping. But, yeah. You've been maining Charge Blade in Wilds. Ooh, that's cool. I have not played Wilds. I don't have it. I'm too broke. It's been a while since I've played Monster Hunter, actually. I should play that again. It was fun. I liked having Bowgun. Over 140 quests done with Charge Blade. Ooh. Fancy. I'm a coward that likes to hit things from afar and then go, yeah. It's like, I'll be over here. Actually, wait, if I were to do it more accurately, it would be like, I'll help you guys from over here. I just, like, get really far away. I don't know, I'm a range person. I like range. Like if I'm playing with friends, they'll generally be more like up close DPS, and I'll be a backline sort of deal. I'll play support or like defense. You remember going to sleep, feeling a thumb click. Wait, give me a second. I can read. That's a lie, but you remember going to sleep and feeling your thumb click a button. You instantly clicked another button and you realized there was nothing in your hand. Oh, like phantom, I don't want to call it pain. Phantom controller. That's what I'm gonna call it. I've definitely had that happen. Like, I've felt like I've fallen asleep with my phone in my hand, but it's not. You were just thinking about Charge Blade. That is fair. That is fair. Like, genuinely, I don't play shooters that much. The only shooter sorry. I don't know what I was trying to say. So I'm gonna stop myself there. I still have like half a jar of SpaghettiOs homemade that I forgot about. I can deal with that later. You love how your sword and shield becomes a chain. Oh, that's so cool! Wait, a sword and shield that becomes a chainsaw! And it casts thunder! What? That sounds so cool! It couldn't be me. I can't get close to a monster. I'm terrified. Have you ever seen the Charge Blade? I have not. I think I can group them together, it's fine. I went too far. There's clips of the Charge Blade. Ooh. I will check them out later. Later. Sorry, I turned French. I will definitely check them out later, though. Oh, I forgot to do the back end of my glasses. Like the arm. Oh, nope, I need line art. Nope. Ooh, I love the sound of the pan flute. So pretty. You remember maining a bow and J-Point. Oh, blank shooting monster with dragon. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm a backline kind of player. I'm here for support and assistance, that's about it. I'm just not aggressive enough for like a frontline monster, or not monster, a frontline weapon. Yeah, I'm very much more of a backline kind of player, like I said. Backline support. Oh. Oh no, the ads. Looks too muddy. That's better. Do, 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 do. You know, I do feel bad about the long ads, but that also gets rid of pre-roll ads. Because I have it so that pre-rolls don't run. So in exchange, it rolls the long ads. It's the law of equivalent exchange. But also, it means you never have to deal with ads right when you come in, which is pretty neat, I think. Oh my god. I just kind of did a stretch by myself and my whole back decided to crack. Goodness gracious. Oh, it's done. That's good. Like I said, I do feel bad about the ads and how long they are. But you'll never have to deal with them as you're coming in, so... pretty neat! Once again, I need my inking because I forgot to do the thing. Exactly, Full Metal Alchemist, the law of equivalent exchange. It's been so long since I've watched Full Metal. I used to love it as a kid. Well, I don't know if love is the right word. It did scare me sometimes. But it's still a very nostalgic anime for me. Here we go. We have arms for the glasses. Now we put on the shiny. The shinies. Switchblade is your fave in Monster Hunter, especially during the go blah 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 fight. I cannot say that name. Where we have to block or get behind someone. Oh, okay. I'm very good at hiding behind people. I scare my mom like that all the time. Apparently, I just have really quiet footsteps. So I spook my mom with how I just like appear out of nowhere to her. She'll be like, Kari, where'd you go? And then I'm like, I'm right here. And she'll freak out because I'm right behind her. And she's like, why do you do that? And I'm like, why do I do what? I was here the whole time. Did you not see me? Not completed quite yet. I think I can get rid of the sketch background now. Don't forget you're half deaf. True. Honestly, sometimes I wonder if I could pull it off with my friends as well. But also, I'm just a lot shorter than most of them. So they would just lose track of me anyway. And they'd be like, where'd you go? And I'm like, I'm right here. We block an attack that's directed at the ground. And if we block the fire, it goes in all directions of the map. Oh! You can also block if you guard. Interesting. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun with Monster Hunter Wilds. Honestly, it does look like a fun game. Like I said, I'm just a little bit too broke. But that's okay. It happens sometimes, you know? Things are expensive, and honestly, I genuinely believe we're in a recession with how much everything costs, so... I will one day get the things I need / ask for. Unfortunately, today is not that day. It's oh, even though you got it blah blah, even though you got it a year later. Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, getting games late is so fun because you have all of the updates without having to wait for them. Or sometimes not all of the updates, but you have a good amount of the updates. You got it on a discount. Ooh, we love a good discount. I'll be honest, there are quite a few games that I kind of go, oh, I desperately want it, or I desperately need it on release day. Ooh, like $30 off, amazing. But yeah, it's just very specific games, like pretty much anything in the Zelda franchise I'm desperate to have on release day. Because I love Zelda. I've loved it since I was a kid. And just, I don't know. The Legend of Zelda is my favorite game series of all time. And like, Splatoon is another one that I really like. I didn't get the original Splatoon on release day, but I got Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 on release. I actually haven't played Splatoon in a while. I kind of miss it. I should play it again. I still haven't done the shading for the inside of the mouth yet. Oopsie. Sorry, I'm just vibing out to the music. Oh, same. Yeah, I think everyone has just that one thing that they're like, I need to have this specific thing on release day. Like, I was planning... you need to hunt Omega now because Peak Song came up on Spotify. Alright. You do what you gotta do. I will be here as long as my tablet is alive. Basically, once my tablet warns me that it's at 10%, that's how long I'm streaming for. Because genuinely, I did not plan for anything else. Oh, God. Why? Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Oh yeah, I still never figured out if I should do painted nails for my mom or not. I never finished shading the nails. Oh yeah, do you all see what I mean by I hop around a lot while I'm shading and stuff? I just kind of get distracted. And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't do this one very specific thing. Let me hop to it. It's something I've noticed relatively consistently in like my speed draws and stuff, and I'm like, oh boy, I really do just go where my silly little ADHD rattled brain tells me. Like sometimes I end up with pieces that feel a little bit unfinished, and then I'll just go in and do more. And I'm like, oh, that's why I forgot to do this entire arm. And I'm not quite sure why I do that. I mean, I do, but I don't, you know? It kind of ends up being a thing where it's like, why didn't you do that the first time? And I'm like, I couldn't tell you. It just ends up coming out in the order it comes out, you know? I also never, added shading to these hands, apparently. I think it's because I added them later. Let's see. Do I paint Mother's fingernails or do I not? I don't know what color to make them. Mother, do you have a specific color you want your fingernails to be?
Match it with whatever.
Oh, I just haven't been eating it. It's not that I don't want it. So I'm a little busy. Anyway, match it with what? Is there like any specific thing you want? Like, what color would you like?
How about like something like white and sparkly?
White and sparkly? I could do that. Mother has made a decision. We're doing white and sparkly. I love my mom. She always tries to be so quiet when she walks in. Or not tries to be, she is always really quiet when she walks in. Because she doesn't want to disturb the stream. And I'm just like, it's okay, you can talk. How to make it sparkly, though, I'm not sure. Oh. There we go! My tablet is starting to die. But I think I can manage to finish this piece off. Sorry, I'm like completely distracted. I just like the music. Okay, wait. Reference and then take the reference off. We'll do this, this. And then I can add actual glitter via what? It's not elements, it's there should be one like luminance, there it is. Then I can add the glitter. There we go, that's kind of sparkly, right? Yeah. And we just kind of lower the opacity a bit so it doesn't look as glowy. Oh, I never did this one. That is the line art. Reference. Back here. Ooh, crunch goes my wrist. You know, I know there's a lot of people that come up with like lore for their characters. Like their streamer personas. But I don't quite not understand. I don't quite know how to how I would make a backstory for my character. 'Cause in all honesty, I just kind of draw me. Like, obviously, very, very exaggerated version. But it's kind of like an idealized version, you know? Wait, did I give my mom sprinkles on her face too? I did. I love just putting the sprinkles on. It's so fun. Because I literally just click the brush and go wild. And then of course I like adjust it with the eraser and whatever. Oops. A little too small. Now, I don't know why I like the sprinkle of freckles so much. I think maybe it's just because they're cute. I need to turn off the glasses for a sec so I can see better. Make sure it's staying just to the cheeks. Oh, Ginger Island, that's what it's called. Yeah, I've never completed Ginger Island. Sorry, I'm like completely distracted by like the music. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the thing I never finished. Be a little bit bigger here, or maybe not. I think I just like the sprinkles on stuff because it gives a little added, I guess, texture, question mark? It adds more to look at without being too over the top. Because I do kind of like the bright and busy pastels. But I know that it's not good to be too distracting. So if I could just do it sort of subtly with a little texture brush, right? It makes me all the more happier. Uh-oh, we're getting out of Concerned Ape category. Hopefully that'll reset it. I don't want to get a copyright strike from anyone on Spotify. I did add it to the mid sash. Okay, anywhere with white has sprinkles. Gotcha. But yeah, Spotify sometimes, like, essentially goes, oh, you're no longer... There's nothing left in this track. I'm going to just randomly put stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted at all. I don't want to get struck with copyright. I don't want to accidentally steal someone's intellectual property. Concerned Ape said it was fine to use his stuff for streaming, and that's why I use it. Or that's why I'm currently using it. Please don't get me into legal trouble that I can't handle. I don't want to lose my account. Yeah, this is nearly done. All I need to add are like the little candies and stuff to my hair, like to my buns. And I didn't really get the tufts because it's kind of in an awkward position. I might fix that later. But for the most part, I feel like this is kind of done. I'll just wait for ads to be over before giving a little farewell. Maybe I'll do a bonus stream tomorrow to finish this. And I don't know, maybe we'll do like a little extra. Ooh, a stretch, thank you. Stretch. Goodness gracious. Oh. What are you doing? You silly thing. There we go. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed drawing today. Whew. Sorry, I'm just kind of like sorting myself out here. I have a lot of stuff that's in my way. But yeah, I think maybe I'll do a bonus stream tomorrow just to finish what I was working on today. I hope you managed to hunt your thing, E. And I hope it went well for you. Oh, accidentally sent R. It happens sometimes, that's okay. Do we have anyone to raid today? Ooh, Sika's online. I'm not sure what White Knuckle is, but... Oh, you fainted by accident? Oh no! That's unfortunate. But I think we should raid Sika. Because, you know, I haven't seen her stream in a while. I hope you guys will all give her lots of love. And I will see you guys all next time. I may do a bonus stream tomorrow. I'm not quite sure yet. But either way, if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Friday. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.